Sparkly jewelry lover, lovely to have you back and have your company again for another one of my videos. The video that you're about to see is taken from my live Friday night show, and this week we're previewing our spring collections. Let's listen in. And it's Friday night. Woo! Hi everybody. Happy Friday. It's lovely to have your company on this beautiful Friday evening in February. Oh my goodness me, coming towards the end of Feb as well. Oh, I've just realised I've got my, let me just turn my phone off on silent there. It's right next to me. Otherwise we're going to get bing, bing, bing. So how's your week been? I was going to come on and say, yeah, it's great. I'm looking forward because we've got the spring jewellery preview tonight. I've got my new micro collection for spring that I'm really excited to show you. And I've fully planned to sort of come and say, oh, you know, it really feels like spring because it was earlier in the week. But then this morning when we walked to work, it felt like it was sleeting. So who knows? I don't know. And we have had snow in Feb before, obviously, and well, we've had snow in May, haven't we, here in Derbyshire? Let's face it. So I don't know, but I'm going to preview the spring collection anyway. So we're just going to go for it because, you know, a lot of the flowers are out. And hi to Tara, happy Friday. And the sun's been out, so, you know, it feels okay to me. So if you're joining me tonight, then do pop on and say hi. I love to know that I've got your company. And I'm going to start and show you the collection. So I've chosen this collection. It's a daisy collection, and I love daisies. I think the thing with daisies that we've all got those fond memories, haven't we, of making daisy chains when we were little in the garden or on the playing fields at school when you're supposed to be playing rounders, or you know, in the meadow when you're having a little play. And those daisies are so lovely for that reason. Often they're our first flower, aren't they, that we kind of think of, and they're so cheerful. They represent innocence and purity, so they're a really nice piece to give as a present as well. And of course I know that you're all very innocent and pure, so so you will be all wearing this collection, won't you, with impunity, I'm sure. I tell you who's not very, I tell you, Heathcliff and Kermit, if you joined us last week, they were having a bit of a to-do, weren't they? Hi Catherine, you've remembered. Woohoo! Happy Friday. Did you set your oven timer? I'm proud of you. Well done. Happy Friday to Georgina as well. So yeah, last week Heathcliff the dog and Kermit the cat were were very chatty and running around and finding toys and digging in the chair and that kind of thing. And just before I went live, when I was setting up tonight, they were doing that again. So Kermit was wandering around having a chat, and Heathcliff had found something. I've been decluttering. I know. Yeah, so Heathcliff's been helping, and by that, everything that I put in the charity bag, he takes out and inspects and see if it actually does need to go to charity, or if it needs to go into his basket and be chewed a little bit first. So we've had, it's been about 50-50 to be honest. So, you know, looking for already chewed items, then I'm your girl. Yeah, so they were running around before I came on tonight. So Adam has decided to name it Friday Night Naughties. That's what Heathcliff and Kermit have got tonight. Have you got the Friday Night Naughties? So there you go, you see. So if you hear them later, you'll know what's been happening. Happy Friday to Caroline. Lovely to have your company. Hi to Nolene. Happy Friday. I hope you're feeling better. And happy Friday to Sarah and to Steph as well. Lovely to have your company tonight. So this is the first piece in the collection, the mini, well, I was going to call it the mini daisy, but we've got mini daisy in our mini daisy necklace, so I can't really call it. So it's our daisy pendant, but it is nice and quite minimal. And of course, the other nice thing about daisies is the colour palette goes with everything. So these daisies we've done in silver, and then we've highlighted little pieces of them with gold. So this one, for example, is silver with a little gold centre. And I think you might just be able to see the gold centre there. My light tonight is not brilliant for picking up the gold. It's brilliant for silver, but not brilliant for gold. But there you go. So it gives you an idea of size there as well if I pop that against my finger. And when I was doing the write-up and the measuring and everything for this collection. I said, oh, they're about the size of a penny, and they're not at all, are they? It's about the size of 5 pence. And then obviously, because my brain goes off and I was wondering if my customers abroad would know what because obviously it's different currency, isn't it? So the upshot of it is I've taken that out completely and just done it in millimeters, because millimeters are the same wherever you are, aren't they? So all these things that I think about, you see. Happy Friday to Charlotte. Hi, lovely to have your company. And to Jane, happy Friday. Sarah says Patch has got the same tonight. Oh, Patch has got the Friday night naughties. Oh my goodness, they're catching. Oh, Patch, I hope you're being a good boy. Happy Friday to Carol. Lovely to have your company tonight. So yeah, I think this is about the size of a 5 pence. But you'll be able to get a better idea of that, I think, if I try it on again, and then you'll be able to see. And I'm sticking with the minimal pieces for the spring collection. But I don't know if you've been looking at which side's this gone? There we are. Looking at it's backwards to me, at the catwalks and the BAFTAs and sort of the red carpet events. But big jewellery is making a comeback. Big jewellery is going to be the thing. Definitely led by these kind of jewel inspired dresses and outfits that are on the red carpet. I was trying to remember who was previewing them, I can't remember, but great big sort of gemstones as outfits, amazing. So I'm kind of wondering, it will definitely be the return of big jewellery, because it kind of filters down, doesn't it? I mean, we've never gone away from big jewellery because I love it. I do love it. But yeah, so who knows? Is minimal about to get turned into maximal? Is, small and dainty going to turn into go big or go home? Who knows? I'm excited to see. But yeah, so we're definitely seeing the return of some big jewellery, which is really nice to see. Pauline says, is the daisy the first one? As I had a problem getting on tonight. Yes, Daisy's the first one, Pauline. Yes, yeah, you've not missed anything, don't worry. It's the little daisy pendant tonight. Happy Friday to Michelle. Lovely to have your company. So the little mini, and there is room for both, Georgina. I agree, definitely, especially if we're layering. I'm layering tonight with one of my dainties. I've got our Amour pendant on tonight with one of my bigger pieces. Same with rings as well. So I think you're quite right. A nice big kind of mix and match, very eclectic, will be lovely to see, won't it? So there's the little daisy pendant on our super popular dotty chain. And of course that dotty chain's going nowhere. Available in the 16, 18 and 20 inch lengths. That's 40, 46 and 50 centimetres for you. There you go, if you're a centimetres person. Funny, isn't it? We were talking about that earlier. Hi to Dawn, happy Friday. Lovely to have your company. And because on the website, obviously, all of my, I think I've told you this before, but all of my pendants and that kind of thing, earrings, are all in millimetres. Largely because it's easier to measure smaller things in mil, because they're smaller sizes, and that's how I was taught to measure gemstones. So when I was learning about diamonds and gemstones, that's how I was taught to measure in mil. When I was learning about chains, I learnt in inches because somebody else taught me about chains, you see. So that's why you will, when you go onto a website, what on earth? Because chains are 16, 18, 20. But I put the centimetres on there as well. So that's just a little guide to tell you what's going on in my mind. That's just a small corner of my mind. So the little mini one there, £35, this one, including the chain. And if it's your first time joining me, then every pendant that I show is including the chain. I do them in the lengths of 16, 18 and 20 inches usually, and then we often can go a little bit longer as well. These are just in those 3 lengths at the moment, but watch this space, we might be able to go a little bit longer. And then for the bracelet, now I'm hoping that you'll all be thrilled with the bracelet, and I'll tell you why. It's because this is the bracelet. So it's got that daisy on the front there again, but it's a slider bracelet. Now, if you haven't seen a slider bracelet before, it does what it says really. It slides to open and close. So here's the slider, little toggle, and you slide it up and slide it down. And that means that we can extend or descend. We can make it bigger or smaller, depending on your wrist size. So one bracelet, a lot of different sizes. So this is going to go right the way down. So if you've got a teeny tiny wrist, I mean, look, right the way down there. Not that you'd need that. Nobody's got a wrist that tiny. But you can then slide all the way back up, and that goes to 8 inches, just over 8 inches. I measured at 8.2, I think, so just over 8 inches. I think if I say 8, then that'll give you enough to have the little toggle on. But that means that the majority, I mean, there'll be some people that need a slightly wider fitting than 8 inches, but the majority of people, standard bracelet length is between 7.5 to 7.75. So I know a lot of you go for the smaller, so you need about a 7 inch. See, we're back in inches again, aren't we? Goodness me, don't ask me what that is in centimetres. I don't know. It'll be on the website, but I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, 7 inches. So up to about 8 inches. So that one's going to fit a lot of different people. It's very delicate and dainty, this one. So the silver flower again and the yellow gold finish in the centre. We're using an 18 karat yellow gold vermeil, and as I mentioned before, we finish over silver, so it's all silver and the yellow gold over the top. And the reason we do that is because it's longer lasting. Georgina says, brilliant idea, thank you. It's nice to be able to all wear the same thing, isn't it, in this sense? So you can choose the bracelet and yes, you know that you'll be fitting it. Now this is a great one as well, because you'll be able to wear it in your very own way. So beautiful on her own, absolutely gorgeous, very dainty and delicate. You could layer her up as well. I think she'd look super with one of our really nice plain silver bangles. I think that would look just simply amazing, and you could wear her. But she's got a real spring summer vibe to her as well, hasn't she? It makes you want to go and sort of lie in a meadow somewhere, I think, and just with daisies in your hair and daisies on your wrist. And I think she'd be absolutely gorgeous for that. I just love that. So yes, we finish over silver because it lasts longer. So some of the costume jewellery that you find that you'll buy for a season, and costume jewellery is great for that. If that's what you want, if you just kind of want to have a fling, if you like, with some jewellery, then costume is fine, and you'll have that silver, and it'll often be plated over brass, the gold rather, or the silver if it's a plate, and it'll last, and then over time it'll wear, and that's kind of it. But the vermeil that we use with the 18 karat yellow gold is going to last just that little bit longer on the silver pieces because it lasts longer being over the silver. Now the yellow gold vermeil on there is really cheery, isn't it? So we've got a nice dainty chain as well. There's the toggle. So it's fairly easy to fasten on your own. I put that on earlier and I was having a little practice because I always like to see how easy it is to fasten. And it took me a little bit, it'll take me a little bit of practice. What I normally do with these ones, they get a very handy little piece to hold, and then you can kind of inch it along a little bit and just have a play really and see what works for you. But it's easier to put on sometimes than a clasp fastening bracelet. I know sometimes you kind of have to chase those around, don't you? They play hard to get quite a lot of the time. End up chasing them around your wrist. It's also got on the bottom, which I love, it's a really nice addition, let me find it and show you, is not that piece, is this piece here, is set with a sparkly cubic zirconia. So even the part for the toggle there is set with a nice little detail. There we are, let me show you. Oops, move my fingers. So that's just a lovely little bit of sparkle there on the end. Open at the back as well, so to let that light come through and make it really twinkle twinkle. So if you're looking for a dainty look, then this is a fabulous bracelet. Pauline says this daisy range is lovely, very summery. Thanks, Pauline. I thought so too, and I think it's about time we had a bit of spring summer now, isn't it? I'm just kind of, I'm going for it. I've taken down my my fir cones, fir cones as well, but fir trees from my dresser now. So winter's gone. That's it. My summer door wreath's gone up. That's enough now. Enough is enough. It's time for some cheery weather, I think. We're all looking forward to it, aren't we? Especially this time of year, because we've kind of got through January, and it's great. You know, we've done really well. Always very proud when we get through January. And then February, it's kind of shorter month, and it's a month of love, so it's got Valentine's in there. But by the time February gets to about now, and I think I'm glad of those 3 minutes. We're getting 3 minutes of extra light a day, aren't we? And you can tell when I'm walking home. So we walk home more often in the light now and the twilight, which is lovely. Stephanie says, good evening, Laura Jo from Elsa. And Stephanie, good evening to you. Lovely to have your company tonight. Happy Friday. So it's nice walking home, just that little bit light. It makes you feel a little bit better, doesn't it? And showing you the time when I get up, it's lighter almost when I get up as well now. So it's really nice. £35 the bracelet. There we are. So that's that one, the slider bracelet. And then we're having a bit of a huggy theme at the moment. Our real flower collection, I've just added some huggy hoops to that. And somebody was asking me the other day what a huggy hoop was. So I'll show you if you haven't seen them before. They're named because they hug your ear. So let's have a look at the close-up of this one. So this is the Daisy huggy hoop. So a nice in silver, and they hug the bottom of your earlobe. Nice and comfy to wear. I know a lot of you like them because there aren't any backs or butterflies or anything like that, so they just kind of go into each other. So they open at the top there and click in, and that's the feel, because that's the other thing I like to, if I'm putting things in, I like to know that they're on. So these are great because you can feel them click. They've got a little ridge just there. You might just be able to see that. And when they click in, which is nice. They've got the dangly daisy on, and I think, although I haven't tried, that this daisy is going, yeah, brill. So the daisy comes off as well, so you can just wear that one as a plain huggy hoop if that's what you'd like to do, and it just gives you a little bit more versatility, really. It's the same as the bee huggies that I do. The bee comes off there as well. And my top tip, of course, you all know, so you don't need telling, but just in case you do, my top tip is to always take your little charm off in the same place. So your jewellery box or your nightstand with your little trinket tray on, and put the charm in there so you know where it is. Otherwise, if you're like me, I did this with, I'm very good with jewellery because I have to be, because I am completely disorganised. So if I put it down somewhere, if I take it off to wash my hands and put it, it's doom, honestly, in the mansion that I live in. It gets lost and I don't know where it is. But I did it the other night with hair grips, and I pinned my hair. And normally, again, I'm very good if I'm not presenting or I'm not going out or whatever. When I come in, I unpin all of my hair. And I do that. I've got a little trinket pot that my neighbour bought me. It's got my name on, so just in case, you know, Adam thinks it's going to mix up with his hair grips. So I take them all out. And the other night, I was just sitting watching a film, and I just unpinned my hair while I was sitting. Put them down. Oh, it was doom. Honestly, it was doom. Could not find them. Could not find them. I put them on the side table, which I never do. So that's where I couldn't find them. But yes, so that's my top tip. If you're going to take off the charms, take them off in the same place all the time. Pauline says they might have to find their way into my box. Pauline, I think they should. These would look fab on you. I think they'd look gorgeous in my, you know, completely unbiased opinion, but they are very spring summery. They're gorgeous. Georgina says, I have those glass ring holders in every room for my earrings. Genius. Yes, that is a good idea. Very, very good. So you can just go and find which ones you put them on. I think that's a very clever idea. I might have to try that, actually. Ellen says, me too, need them in my box. Ellen, yes, you do. You need these in your life, definitely. They're a great way to bring in spring. They are absolutely fabulous. These ones are £35. And I think they are just gorgeous. And again, with or without the daisy, which is nice. So without, nice simple hoop. And then you can add your charm for going out in the evening, which I just love. I think I'd wear them with my charm all the time. Whoops. Let's not throw it away. that was a jeweller's reflex if you've never seen one in action before. It's like that. Ah, I caught it. So they're going to sit just off your ear there. The little huggy is going to hug your earlobe. Let's take out my drop earring that I've got on tonight, and then you'll be able to see properly. There we go. Let's just see. There. So that's where they're going to sit. Just nicely in your ear. And the nice thing about these little huggies is that they're nice and twinkly as well, so they move when you move, which is fab. And then if you wanted to go a little bit smaller, I've actually got the studs in this collection as well, and they're going to sit just on the ear. Now, normally in a collection, I do have, if I can, the drops and the studs, because I like to kind of change them up. And if you remember me saying, I don't wear studs very often. So it's normally when I'm out walking, or if we go on holiday, or if at the moment, obviously with hats. So if I'm going out and I'm putting a bobble hat on or whatever, then I tend to put a stud earring in rather than a drop. It's a kind of maybe a throwback from when I used to wear my hair loose a lot, because studs get lost on me a little bit. But I do like to wear them when I'm out walking. Dawn says, love the earrings, I need them. You do, Dawn, you need them in your life, definitely. I think you're right. Stephanie says, our jewellery stands have got the earring holders around the top. That's a good idea. Oh, very clever. So you've got the earring thing on the top, and then yeah, good idea, that one. Linda says, all late to the party, visitors. Oh my goodness, Linda, you've been hosting tonight. Oh, I hope you had a lovely time. Well, welcome. And remember, a queen is never late, just sometimes her subjects arrive a little early. So don't worry. Welcome, I'm glad you're here. Happy Friday. So they're the daisy studs as well as the silver, and then a gold finish in the middle. And those ones are at £30. And then if you're more of a gold person, I've got the gold studs for you. Let me show you these. So these ones are a huggy style again. They're a little bit more oval in style, these ones. Let's get the comparison. Where are we? So they're the little mini huggies. If I show you a side version, that might be better. Do you see? So these ones are just slightly bigger, and they've got that oval to them. And they've got the gold finish on the hoop as well. A really nice gold finish, that one. Again, in that 18 karat yellow gold vermeil. So silver underneath, gold over the top. And that daisy really popping on the front. So again, the daisy in silver, and then the little centre. Is it called an eye? I'm sure one of you will be able to tell me what the centre of a daisy is called, if it's got a special name. But that's just tying it all in together again with that silver. And these ones are really nice to wear as well, again, when you're wearing hats and scarves at the moment, because they clip in, they're nice and secure to your ear. Linda's loving those, and Stephanie says the daisy collection is gorgeous. Thank you, Stephanie. I think so. I just love them, and I love how that one sits as well. Let's just move some hair there. So that's just going to sit nicely in the ear. £45, those ones. And again, they're just that little bit thicker as well. Let me show you. Let's bring them in a little bit closer. There, so you'll be able to see, and that's the daisy on the front. So the daisy's fixed on this one, and on the front rather than on the bottom. But you, I wonder, let's have a little play. I wonder if you could add a charm to them. I'm going to see now and see if you can do that. You could, look. Oh, look, wouldn't that be just fabulous? I'm liking that very much. So if you wanted to do that, I'm sure we'll be able to work out a price to do that as well. If you wanted to just add a little charm on, why not? Why not? Just add them on there. Love those. So they are just that little bit thicker, and let's hold them side by side off the ear stick. There. Oh, I'm wondering if they are thicker now, you know. No, I don't think they are. They just look because they're a little bit bigger, and they're an oval. And then the fixed daisy on the front in that yellow gold finish. I love that. So these ones are £45, those ones. And they're the yellow gold finish. Huggy, huggy, huggies. Ellen says, do you have those in silver? No, not these ones, but I have these next ones that I am going to show you, which I think you'll love. If you love huggies and you love silver, I'm just going to take that one off the ear stick so I can put this next one on. Da-da! Fascinating, aren't they, these ear sticks? Really, really good idea there. And I'm pleased with these huggy hoops that they all fit as well, because some hoops don't fit on an ear stick. There, look at these. So these are the full daisy hoop. So daisies all the way round. And again in that nice huggy style. So they're going to sit just off your ear. Slightly different fastening. So they've got the little stem at the back. And they're going to sit. Now these have got daisies all the way round, so a full circle. So really nice and textured. Again, all in silver, and those centre in the yellow. Just going to have a little drink. Thank you. And they've gone back to an oval, kind of an oval shape. I'm wondering if that's an optical illusion because I've got it on my stick. It is. They're round. They're not oval. Look. There. So you can see there, again, all the back floral and all the front floral as well. I love, 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 love those. Aren't they gorgeous? Stephanie says, hi. Hi, Stephanie. Lovely to have your company tonight. Lovely to be with you on a Friday. Ellen says, instead of gold with a fixed daisy. No, Ellen, no. Not at the moment, but this is a work in progress collection. It's a little micro collection, so we might do. But no, we've got the silver with the swingy daisy, the gold with the fixed daisy, and these ones. So the full daisy. Pauline says, Ellen says, love them. Pauline says, love them. Too much choice now. Just one. You have to have one of each. It's the only way. I know, but that's how I felt when I was unboxing today. I don't know which one of these collections. I think these are my favourite, I think, but I'm not sure. Hi to Joe. Lovely to have your company. Happy Friday. Lovely to be with you. Ellen says, hope that's wine you're drinking. Ellen, I am rock and roll tonight. It's Robinson squash. Cheers. Yeah, apple and blackcurrant. Whoop whoop. No sugar. It's great. Yes. No. Honestly, I think we've said before, because I can't remember why we were having. Oh, it might have been on my birthday or the live near my birthday, and we were saying, oh, you know, we'll have a drink and a glass of wine. I said, with absolutely no chance of me doing a live show with a glass of wine. The last time I did a live show, when I'd had a couple of drinks, was an improv show. And oh my goodness me, because honestly, you have to think on your feet, obviously, for improv. And normally I have to be completely nothing, you know, nothing has passed my lips whatsoever, because my, you know, my mind has to be quite quick. And I'd had a couple of glasses of wine and it showed. It did, yes. I wouldn't say confidence increased necessarily, but I think quality perhaps went down. I don't know, you'd have to ask the audience. But no, definitely I could not do a live show with wine. Well, I could. It would probably be hilarious, but yeah, it wouldn't be the same. Alan says, I think you need some of them in your box. I think I do. I think I might do. I think I'll just have to have one of each, won't I? And then I can tell you which ones I enjoy wearing the most. I think I'm kind of, these ones are the ones that I'm leaning towards for me, I think. I'm not sure. You'll have to see how they go. I mean, it could be tomorrow that we completely sell all of these and I'll have to wait. So then, you know, I can't have any of them. I always try to be good and put them out first so they're ready for you. These are going to be over at Adorn tomorrow. I will take them with me. A memorable occasion a few weeks ago where I showed everything on the live and left it at home. So you all came in and said, oh great, we want this and this and this, and I said, oh that's lovely, we'll have to order it because it's all at home. Oh, crumbs. Fun times, honestly. I'm sure my brain goes off on a vacation of its own, on a little holiday sometimes, honestly. So they're the full daisy hoops. Those ones are £45. And then I'll show you the other ones definitely that I like. Let me show you. Oops. So these are the two that I'm torn between, those and these next ones. And I think you'll see why. And they are very different, so I may have to have both. have to wait and see. Tell me what you think. So these ones are to tie in with our bee collection. So they've got the daisies from this collection and the tiny little bee as well. Oh, and these were the ones that I saw and thought, yep, got to have those, got to have those, got to have those. Put them on that side now. Let me take my other earring out to show you. See, this is without the wine. Can you imagine with? Now these ones are going to sit, as we know, climbers are very in vogue at the moment. And these are going to sit like a climber. Can you see? Let me just lean in a little. Setting my eyes funny there. Let me put it on the other side. That might be an easier one to show you. So these are going to sit, the garden piece of this earring is going to climb up your ear. So the daisies and there, can you see? That's better, isn't it? Don't ask me why I can't lean the other way. Who knows? Who knows why that is? So we've got the daisy in the centre and the leaves on either side, and then that little teeny tiny bee on the bottom. And I think just absolutely gorgeous. So, so pretty. Let me bring that in the silver again, and then the golden centre to that daisy. And look at the little fluttery bee on there. And you're loving these. I'm making you laugh, that's good. I love the daisy huggies, need to be in your box, definitely. And Ellen says, no, my daughter will want them. No. Oh, so cover her eyes and her ears. Yeah. And Georgina says they're lovely. Tara says they're sweet. Thank you. She's already eyeing up a ring, says Ellen. Oh, my goodness. Tara says they're sweet. Thank you, Tara. Pauline says now we do have decisions. They are brill also. Very nice, says Stephanie. Stephanie says, Laura Jo, I bet you'll get a buzz out of those. Stephanie, oh my goodness, we almost went half an hour without a pun. Are you feeling okay? I will get a buzz out of those. And Ellen says, oh no, that's going to cost you. Yeah, definitely. This is such a gorgeous collection. I will have to try and just buy a dreadful collection from time to time, won't I? So I'll show it and you will go, oh no, what were you thinking? That's terrible. We're not buying that. But I'm not making any promises. These are gorgeous, aren't they? Can you see my dilemma now? I don't know which ones I want out of the two, because these ones will sit perfectly with our bee pendant, with our silver bee pendant. And oh, it's a button. Am I wearing another thing? No, it's on my dress. I tell you what was going through my mind earlier on when I knew that I was going to put these in the show. I thought, oh, I'll go and get my bee pendant and I'll be able to say then, look, these sit so nicely with the bees. This is what I've been thinking of. Completely forgot. And then I've just gone like that and thought, did I put it on? I didn't. It's the button on my dress. I'm not wearing it. But they will. If you take my word for it, I'll have to show you later in the week. But these are going to sit just beautifully with our silver bee pendant. They'll go nicely with our filigree bee pendant as well. If you've got a top piercing in your ear, then they would look nice with one of our little tiny bee studs in the top, and they will also sit very prettily with our garland ear cuff. You could have a whole sort of woodland theme going on there and they'd look amazing. So I don't know is the upshot. Don't know which ones I like the most. I think these just cinch it, just edge it for me. £45 these ones, and I love them. Now, all of the pieces that I've shown you tonight are on our website. I've been madly putting them on there today, so you'll be able to go and look. If you want to order them, then you can. And of course they'll be available to collect. We do a click and collect, so you'll be able to order them online to make sure you've got them, and then pick them up from a door, and you can do that. And of course you can come into the shop as well, because I'll be there tomorrow from 10 until 5. Very exciting. Stephanie says very nice. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Stephanie. They are gorgeous, aren't they, these ones? Absolutely fabulous. So if you want to have a closer look at them, you'll be able to pop over to our website and have a look. And this is my collection of the moment, so I will be featuring these a lot more, so you'll see a lot more of them. And of course I love to see your photographs as well. Oh, the midi ring as well, the elephant midi ring that I'm wearing, back in stock, just to tell you about that. So yeah, we do love to see photos of you wearing our jewellery, so you can put them into sparkle pics if you like, or you can message them to us. Let me see where you've been out and about wearing my jewellery. Stephanie says, no Kermit or Heathcliff tonight. No, Heathcliff's out in the garden, he's on patrol, because there were two, and I will say that I've given him the choice. I went and called him in and he's like, no, you're okay. So he's out in the garden. There are two cats, if you remember, if you joined me a couple of weeks ago, there are two cats having territory wars outside, and he's just fascinated by them. Absolutely fascinated. He started off by sort of barking at them, and now he just kind of sits and watches. It's like a soap opera for dogs. And Kermit was around, but he's just had his tea. They both had tuna for tea tonight. And just before I went live, I was saying earlier on that they both started going crazy. So Heath was running up and down, so he went out in the garden, and Kermit was walking around and meowing. And so Adams called it the Friday night naughties. That's what that's what they get now. He said, have you got Friday night naughties again? And they both sort of, yeah, we have. We're just going to make a noise. So that's what they were doing. But now I don't know where he is now. I can hazard a guess that he'll be curled up in front of the log burner. That's where I guess that Kermit Cat will be now. He's not daft. They all know about their comfort, don't they? I don't know. So yes, that might be a brand new series over on YouTube, Friday Night Naughties with Kermit and Heathcliff. You'll have to catch it over there. And that has been my Daisy collection tonight, my new collection for spring and summer. I hope you love it as much as I do. I think you do. I'm so glad that you do. All on the website now and all available at Adorn as well. Our opening hours are Monday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday from 10 until 5. And of course you can shop 24/7. How very modern, online. And you can do a click and collect, so you can buy it online, collect from the shop, or you can of course have it posted out to you if you prefer. That's absolutely fine. I'll let you. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's been fabulous to have your company. I do love our Friday nights together. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, whatever you're doing. Send me some photos, let me know, especially if you're out wearing our jewellery. I'm sending lots of love then from my home to yours. And remember, until next we meet, say it with me, eat, sleep, sparkle, repeat. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. See you soon. Bye.